So let me introduce our teacher, Patrick. So to begin with, I would like to say that we are grateful for working together with us, for coming to Russia, for being a member of our school team of teachers. And tell us a few words about the background and the family, the place you were brought up.
I was raised in southern Ontario in Canada. I lived near Lake Erie, where I grew up at my grandmother's cottage. They were Irish, so grew up with the very much like a bogland. It's very flat and marshy, very much. Came from a large family. I was one of three boys and had three sisters.
Yeah.
Well, it's a moderate Irish family, I suppose you'd call it. So I was raised more or less in southern Ontario, and then I travelled a lot in my younger years. You know, first with the army, and then just came around by myself, working my way around Europe and other countries.
Yes, I see. And tell us a few words about your education and the degree you got afterwards, please.
Well, I went back to school, to university as a mature student, and I spent 3 long years, long years at university to get my BA, my Bachelor of Arts, and I didn't get much use out of it for some years, and then I finally took a TESOL course, teaching English, second language, and from there well, oddly enough, I wound up getting, because of a friend, got me a job as a teacher at a community college. And I taught English there for a few years. And then I taught in Russia with BKC for a year, and then went back home and couldn't find any more teaching except for one short course. And then I came back here again with.
So I'm just interested to know, why have you chosen Russia for the first time for teaching experience?
First time was
Yeah.
simply because they were the first ones to answer my email.
I see.
The second time I said I want to come back to Russia because I like to experience more of the Russian culture and things like that. I got interested in it, and like to learn the language. Got that much of it so far.
I see.
I can read signs.
Everything is in the future, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I suppose you've got some special favorite place in Russia, maybe in Moscow. So, what is it?
In Moscow, I liked somewhere around the Kremlin Red Square. There's an atmosphere about it that I always was fascinated with.
History in the past.
Yes, I always loved history. It's one of my favorite interests.
So
if I could teach anything, I loved teaching, but teach history
as well
as anything else.
I see. And as for me, I feel that I'm in Moscow, just in Red Square actually. This is the only place I feel that I'm in Moscow. Yeah, right, you know. And just a few words about the communicative approach we use here at our school, and they definitely have advantages, this method, over the other methods of teaching, yeah? So what are they? What do you think?
Well, it's to get the student communicating rather than the teacher standing there and basically constantly lecturing. It gives them the advantage of their learning to work with the language more.
Speaking a lot, yeah?
Yes.
And cheerful and playful way of getting knowledge for students as well. It's very interesting for a teacher, I suppose.
Yeah, I have this one game I call Landmine, where you have a grid and they choose a spot and they have to answer questions. So it's a candy-coated way of getting them to answer questions and learn the language. If they don't get the answer right, then I tell them the right answer and eventually it will sink into their head. And of course the fun part is there's always the landmine where if they step on it they lose all their points and they have to start all over.
So, have you got anything special to wish to our students?
I wish you learn English better than I'm learning Russian.
But I'm sure that you will be successful with your Russian as well.
I'm getting there, bit at a time. So.
That's why you're here, you may practice, yeah?
Yes. I'm trying anyway.
Okay. So, I would like in my turn to thank you for being with us, staying with us, and I wish you to have fun, enjoy your lessons. So, well, teaching students English is foreign language. So, thank you.
All right. Thank you.